You know, the Cowboys getting ready for Sunday's showdown in the Bay. It's not often you can be joined by greatness, but in this case, we are. There's only one person who has more Super Bowl titles than this man, and that would be Tom Brady. Charles Haley, 5-time Super Bowl champ, 2 Super Bowl rings, starting off with the 49ers. You get traded to Dallas, you win 3 more, and now here we are for the second year in a row. The two teams set to clash. How excited are you about this matchup?
You know, when I played, in order to go to Super Bowl, you had to go through the 49ers, or you had to go through the Cowboys to get there. And now they have that same rivalry, that in order for them to get there, they got to go through the 49ers. And whoever wins this game is going to go to Super Bowl.
Charles, let's go chronologically. What was your career like with the San Francisco 49ers? Because I know you talked in your Hall of Fame speech about Eddie DeBartolo being the greatest owner you ever played for. You had such a great relationship with the late legendary coach Bill Walsh. You win 2 Super Bowl rings there. What was that time like?
You know, with Coach Walsh and Eddie, you know, things were great, man. Everything went along. They allowed me to do what I wanted to do, and then things changed when George Seifert got there. So you know, turbulence, man, and you know, at the end of the day, when you have that kind of strife going, somebody got to go. And God blessed me to go to the Cowboys to win 3 more Super Bowls. But you know, when you talk about me and Tom Brady, you remember I got it first.
You were there first. You were at the mountaintop first.
Yeah, I was at the mountain first. He climbed a little bit higher than me, but you know what? I was there first.
You know, one of the things that I got a kick out of is your impression or impersonation of Jerry Jones when he picked you up when you got traded to the Cowboys, man.
Yeah. Welcome to Dallas. Hey, I was like, okay, who's this guy? You know, I didn't know who Jerry Jones was, and he met me at the airport, and he stuck that hand out. Hi, welcome to Dallas. I'm Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm going like, who is this guy? Hey, and then then he grabbed my luggage, man. I'm going like, okay. No, he can't be the owner. Ain't nobody ever grabbed my luggage, don't own him, man. I'm going like, what is going on? And you know, the thing that he said that took my breath away is he said, I got your back. Nobody's ever told me that. Or nobody has really lived up to that word, and Jerry did. And
during that time, you were part of one of the greatest dynasties. So you were part of a dynasty that was one of the greatest with San Francisco. Then you're part of a dynasty that's one of the greatest with the Dallas Cowboys, where you win 3 Super Bowl titles in a 4-year span. Can you even capture how magical that time was? Can you recapture those memories?
Hey, I can live those memories day after day. You know, I'm mad that we didn't get 4. You know, we lost. We left one on the table, but you know, just the team, the guys that I played with, the magic that we had together, man. You know, we fought each other, man, but we found a way to go line up on the field and be successful, and that's the key.
Charles, the key for this current group of Dallas Cowboys is getting to a point where the Cowboys franchise last got to when you were still on that team. This franchise has not, since those great Cowboys teams, gotten to the NFC title game. They have a chance to do so by beating the Niners in Santa Clara this Sunday. What has impressed you so far about the Cowboys in this playoff run?
You know what? I'm gonna be real. I love the players. I love the coaches, but you know what? I haven't seen consistency. I haven't seen that will to fight, that drive to overcome any obstacle. You know, and to go out and just take over the game. You know, hey, they just up and down. I don't know what team's gonna show up. You know, I know when I go over there, I see that confidence, that swagger that they have. But is it just during the week? or is it going to be game day? And at the end of the day, the stars got to show up. The stars got to show up. And if the stars don't show up, the Cowboys going to get beat. You know, the last time they met, Lamb caught one pass. Okay? The stars got to show up.
Well, at least they showed up so far. They showed up in Tampa Bay, and you can only hope they show up in Santa Clara. Charles, what would you do if you were on that team and that dude missed 4 extra points?
He wouldn't have missed 4 extra points. And, you know, it's like anything else, it ebbs and flows of the game. But instead of patting him on the back and, you know, saying, you know, hey, you know, blah, 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 no, hey, we need you. You need to get this done. It may come down to 1 point. You know, you got a job description. You ain't got much to do in your life, but you better do this one right. You know, I don't know. I don't think that the way we were, I don't think that that would never happen.
Not with those Cowboys teams or those 49ers teams you were a part of. Speaking of the 49ers, 11 straight wins. Everybody thinks on paper they are the better team. Do you feel that way about this 49ers team compared to the Cowboys team they're going to face on Sunday?
Well, the 49ers got a good pass rush. They got a pretty good linebacker core, but, you know, that secondary is suspect. And, you know, it comes down to understanding the weaknesses of the other team and exploiting them. If we can, it ain't about the problem that you get into. You start talking about those. It ain't about them. It's about us. It's about what we stand for, our standard of excellence. You know, is greatness part of your life, or are you, you know, even from the ashes, warriors rise, cowards stand still. So we're gonna see Sunday who rises and who stands still, and then we'll know what this team made of.
Well, we're going to see, I guess, who's a coward and who's a warrior. We know, Charles, you are definitely a warrior when it comes to promoting so much goodness and so much kindness and so much generosity here. You do it in the Bay, but you also do it here in Dallas-Fort Worth through your Tackle Tomorrow Foundation. You've been on record. You've made it known that you dealt with bipolar disorder. You take your medicine, you encourage others to seek medical support, emotional support, because it helped turn your life around. One of the things that we were privileged to cover is when you were part of a reading day with the Dallas Police Department. What moves you to be part of moments like that?
You know what? Everybody want to talk about social justice. Social justice should start in the elementary schools, teaching kids that the police are not here. They're not po-po. They're the police. They're here to serve the whole community. And to be able to partner with Chief Gonzalez and to have all those police officers there, to be able to go into the classroom and read to each classroom to the kids, it was amazing. And the most amazing part is that I can get there and hammer home that it starts here. It starts here. You know, your parents may have their own perception, but if we could change the perception of the kids, then we won't have to worry about another generation of people getting shot, because, you know what, the ignorance is gone. And Tackle Tomorrow stands for, you know, reading. And you know what, if we can educate these kids, if we can motivate black and brown parents to value education in those communities, we can truly make change.
Your foundation sponsors, if I'm not mistaken, 6 Dallas ISD elementary schools. You've worked very hard on helping parents of some of the school kids get GEDs. We know how much you do in terms of providing educational resources to the students. And during the holiday time, that's when I really get to see it, when you give out all those dinners. Charles, were you always that big-hearted, or where did that come from?
Well, you know, I always gave back because that's what my mom always did for us. But when I was with the 49ers, you know, Ronnie Lott used to on my day off make me go and give shoes out at the barbershop or in the community. Ronnie made me go, and that taught me. Because I forgot, because when you start making a little money, you start forgetting about the little people, and that's who you are. And so I had to change who I was, because Ronnie wouldn't accept it. But the greatest thing that came from that is this kid walked up to Ronnie, and I mean, he said, "What makes you great?" So I slid a little closer to Ronnie, and Ronnie said, "I play without fear." That was the last day I was under his wings, because I went out there and I played like he did.
Charles, we know you're a busy man. You got your celly going off. You got people calling you because you're in demand. You're about to head out to the West Coast. You're going out to Santa Clara for this weekend showdown. What's this weekend going to be like for you? Where are you going to hang? Where are you going to watch the game? We want to know all the details.
Well, I'm going to hang out with Joe Montana, Ronnie Lott, Keena, and then game day, I'm going to hang out with the commissioner. I want to be around greatness, you know what I'm saying? Just and smack him on the butt just in case some money fall out, and you have to take time. You have to take these moments and enjoy. I'm not going there to root for the Cowboys. I'm not going there to root for the 49ers, because the 49ers ownership has welcomed me with open arms. They have showed me so much love in the last 5 or 6 years that I have no regret anymore. I used to hate them with a passion. Now, I love them because, you know what, they took me back. They took this guy back, the one that was a hellion there, and whatever came in my mind, I did. And let me tell you, I wasn't taking bipolar medicine, so I was off the chain back then. And it's just amazing. And I get an opportunity to go out and see some of the guys I played with at the 49ers and tell them I regret my action. And then it's on them. And I say, look, all you gotta do is watch me. If my words don't meet my actions, then you know I'm lying. So. That's the greatest thing. And when you were talking about bipolar, I want people to understand, I had to find one reason to live. When I got through playing football, I was so depressed. I thought myself worthless. I won 5 Super Bowls. I conquered men. And I could not find a reason to get up in the morning. But then when I found one reason to live, I want to live now. And so, that gave me a sense of purpose. And then from that day on, hey, God said, move your feet. He said, go feed my sheep. And that's when I started Tackle Tomorrow. Because he gave me the inspiration I need. And he pushed me out of my death zone. And I do call it death zone, because people don't understand when you get down in deep depression, man, it's a hole, it's a pit, and it's just so hard to climb out of it. But thank God I had one reason to live, because I could find 99 other reasons not to.
Charles, one of the greatest testimonies as we wrap it up is all the Cowboys greats that I've had a chance to run into, and all the NFL greats. They all say the same thing regarding Charles Haley. They say you have the biggest heart, and they would go to war with you any day. And they don't care about your past. They care about who you are now. And there's nobody who has more of a generous and loving spirit than this man right here, number 94. And Charles, as we let you go, I just got to ask you, what is it like to know that you're not going to take sides, but you're going to be celebrated by both sides for being one of the greatest players that will ever live?
Well, I never imagined these moments would come, because the way I felt at the time. But now I get to observe the game and watch two great teams clash. I can't wait to see Michael Parsons. I can't wait to see Bosa. I can't wait to see Tebow. I can't wait to see Lamb, how they attack. My brain is just going. I just want to be there to observe. I want to be able to walk up to guys and say, you know what? Hey, you're a warrior, because you rise from ashes. And then the cowards, I would point them out so that they know that, you know what, maybe next time you move your feet.
Well, we definitely don't want to be in that category.
You better not be in that category.
Thank you to Charles Haley. We want to remind you we are your official station of the Dallas Cowboys. So Charles Haley, 5-time Super Bowl champ.
Baller.
Hall of Famer.
Baller.
Won 2 with the Niners and 3 with our boys. We'll follow all the team's postseason success, and we'll continue to follow them on CBSDFW.com.